While on Disney Channel, child stars seem so innocent. Most kids watching think they must be on top of the world, but growing up in the spotlight is never easy. Disney has a bad reputation for churning out child stars who are involved in scandals, and they have terrible meltdowns. Between drug abuse, explicit pictures being leaked, and DUIs, it's hard to look past the mess that many of these kids go through. However, some come out the other end happy and healthy, emerging into adulthood relatively unscathed. Right now, I'm counting down the top 10 Disney stars that went wild here for you on IO. What is gravy, fam? This is InformOverload. I'm Charlotte. On this channel we tell you about what's trending. Like, subscribe, follow. Coming in at number 10 we have Zac Efron. We're gonna start off this list easy with actor Zac Efron, who got his start in Disney's High School Musical. During his days as Troy Bolton, he became a teen heartthrob as well as a millionaire. He was so cute, dude. I was like, you're so cute. While he didn't have a public meltdown like the others on this list, he did have a drug problem. He quietly checked himself into rehab for cocaine addiction. Sources said he was spiraling out of control and needed help. Efron even got into a fight with a homeless man at one of the lower points in his life. He eventually admitted to having an alcohol problem and stated that he was attending Alcoholics Anonymous meetings as well as seeing a therapist. Efron seems to be doing great now. He's starred in comedies like Neighbors, Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates, and Baywatch. He has said he feels happier and healthier than ever before. So it looks like this former Disney star and his career has come out somewhat unscathed from his previous lows. At number 9, Bella Thorne. Bella was one of the stars on Shake It Up. Since her Disney days, she's starred in The Duff and Famous in Love. She's also made quite a reputation for herself. Thorne has pierced her nose, dyed her hair various colors, and is often sporting bikinis, which she publicly claims almost got her fired from Disney when she was just 14 years old. Like a bikini. Really? She posts videos bragging about being drunk, she kinda overshares information about her relationships, and she takes videos and pictures of herself not wearing any clothes. She made headlines when she released nude images of herself, stating she did it so an alleged hacker would have no power over her anymore. Some say it was empowering, while others were left scratching their heads. There are countless videos of Bella Thorne making out with both boys and girls on Twitter. Rumors have also flown around about her cheating on different partners. Thorne has even insulted her Disney past, insisting she never wanted to be a quote Disney girl. She has certainly tried to shed that image of herself, and despite all the criticism, she isn't ashamed of who she is and she continues to live life the way that she wants. Your life, your choice, girl. As long as you're not hurting anybody, your life is your business. Up next at number 8 on this list we have Debby Ryan. Debby Ryan stole our hearts when she joined the cast of The Sweet Life on Deck and became the newest Disney darling. She starred alongside Dylan and Cole Sprouse until that series ended, and she landed a starring role in her own Disney Channel original series, Jessie. Debby Ryan has always clung to her innocent and clean image, but that kinda went out the window when she got arrested for drinking and driving. Back in 2016, TMZ reported that a 22-year-old Debby Ryan was driving in Los Angeles around 11 p.m. when she made a left turn and slammed into a Mercedes. The driver in the other car claimed injury, which caused cops to arrest Ryan for a felony DUI. It's standard procedure for cops to arrest for a felony when there's an injury, but the injury was a minor injury and Debby blew a .11, which isn't that much over the legal limit of .8, so her charge was bumped down to a misdemeanor. However, she was still charged with 2 criminal offenses and took to Twitter to apologize for her actions, saying, "Over the last few days, I have had the chance to think about my actions, and I wish I had used better judgment. I realize that I am a role model and have always worked hard to set a good example for my millions of fans. I'm so sorry to disappoint everyone." That incident and acknowledgement from Ryan should have seemingly set her straight, but she again has come under fire recently for her most recent Netflix series, Insatiable, which has been cancelled after 2 seasons. That series put Debby Ryan right back in the spotlight for some serious questions surrounding the plot and her character, who donned a fat suit and saw her teenage character in a twisted obsession with her pageant coach, an adult. The show had all sort of weird and controversial twists, and many people wondered why Debby would accept a role where she was fat shaming and, dating a man twice her age. Coming in hot at number 7 on this list we have Shia LaBeouf. While Shia LaBeouf is well known for the Transformers films, he was also one of the stars of the Disney show Even Stevens from 2000 to 2003. He was the perfect choice to play the mischievous little brother. Since growing into adulthood though, he's had some pretty interesting moments. He's had trouble with both alcohol and anger issues, and he's been arrested multiple times. He's also been involved with trespassing, disorderly conduct, assault, and drunk driving. During a Broadway performance of Cabaret, LaBeouf was escorted from the audience after allegedly engaging in disruptive behavior. According to witnesses, he went up on stage and grabbed at actor Alan Cumming. He subsequently spent the night in jail and eventually pled guilty to disorderly conduct. He also appeared on the red carpet with a bag over his head that read, "I am not famous anymore." When asked about the bag, his strange response was, "I am a bag. Ask me a bag question." He's also been a part of multiple accusations of plagiarism. A short film he wrote, as well as some of his comic books, were copied from other artists, allegedly. He created an I'm sorry exhibit to apologize for plagiarism that included the same bag from the red carpet. He sat at a table with the bag over his head and said nothing. Shia LaBeouf also refused to shower for a week while filming Fury. In 2017, LaBeouf was arrested in Savannah, Georgia for disorderly conduct, obstruction, and public drunkenness while trying to bum a cigarette, and then he was released soon after on bail. But a video of an expletive-riddled racist rant leveled at police officers took on a life of its own, prompting LaBeouf to share a formal apology via Twitter. He called the incident a quote new low and expressed a new commitment toward attaining sobriety. These are just a few of the odd and erratic things that he has done over the past few years. At number 6, we're bringing you Mischa Barton. At the young age of 17, Mischa Barton, who is more known for her role as Marissa Cooper on the OC, was thrown into the spotlight after starring in the Disney Channel original movie A Ring of Endless Light. What most teenage girls would kill for, Mischa looks back on as a turn for the worse. She claims her mentality at the time was work hard, play hard. However, after feeling the immense pressure that came with her popularity, she felt like she was headed for a mental breakdown. Her partying ways led her to being arrested in 2007 for a DUI, and then 2 years later she apparently blacked out while taking a sedative and ended up in the Cedars-Sinai Medical Center psychiatric ward. The star began threatening suicide and couldn't handle all the criticism she was receiving. It's truly unfortunate that child stars have to deal with a lot of negativity at such a young age, but it seems like Mischa is working on herself and doing better. We are at the halfway point on this list, and at number 5 we have Miley Cyrus. Miley is probably the most predictable star in the crazy category. Like we all knew, we saw glimmers of it, and it's like, oh yeah, we knew. While she tried turning her image back around with the release of her single Malibu, everyone still remembers her twerking on Robin Thicke at the VMAs. She's come a long way since her time on Hannah Montana. After the show ended, she wasn't shy about her drug use or sexuality. She cut off her hair, dyed it platinum blonde, and Cyrus had no problem appearing partially nude or completely nude in photos and wore revealing clothing on stage. Everyone was wondering what her next controversial move would be. Now it seems her days swinging on wrecking balls and grinding in bathtubs are over. She's grown her hair out and is back to being a brunette, and she stopped smoking and recently in 2020 made a statement that she's been sober for 6 months. Her music style has evolved from hip hop to folky pop. She also says she no longer feels the need to prove herself. Everyone has to find themselves in different ways. Cyrus just kind of took a different route as she matured into adulthood. At number 4 on this list we have Demi Lovato. Demi starred in Disney Channel's movie Camp Rock as well as the show Sunny with a Chance. While she had her moments dominating the music scene, she had a really rocky patch in 2010. She made headlines when she punched a backup dancer while on tour with the Jonas Brothers. She then checked herself into rehab where she was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. Demi Lovato has been battling that as well as addiction and bulimia for years. She reportedly couldn't go half an hour without cocaine. While a lot of people would try to cover up these experiences or be ashamed of them, Demi Lovato is very open about her mental health issues and past drug addiction. She uses her fame to speak up about eating disorders and body image. Since her Disney days, Demi Lovato has voiced Smurfette for the Smurfs and she's appeared in Glee. She's about to release her 6th studio album. Although she's had a couple of rough years, she didn't let it slow down her career until 2018 when Demi famously overdosed in a very serious way after slipping up on her sobriety. Initial reports claimed that the drug was heroin, although the media retracted that statement shortly after learning it was fake. The people that she was with, not sure that you could call them friends, but I guess they were her friends, administered Narcan, which can be purchased over the counter, and acted quickly when they realized the star was in danger after a long night of partying. Narcan is commonly known to revive overdose of heroin, fentanyl, or prescription painkillers. Either way, whichever drug led to the frantic 911 call and hospitalization of Demi, none of them are choice drugs for anyone to use. Lucky Demi Lovato recovered and has used her star power to bring light to serious addiction and mental health issues. At number 3 on this list we have Orlando Brown. Orlando played the lovable character Eddie on That's So Raven. Oh my god, I used to love That's So Raven. I used to come home every single day and watch it. While Raven Simone and Annalise Vanderpool were both back for Raven's Home, Brown wasn't asked to be on the show. That could have had something to do with his controversial past. While he has appeared in few projects since his Disney days, he's better known for making headlines. In 2014 he was charged with public intoxication and disturbing the peace when he threatened to kill a woman. 2 years later he was charged with battery and drug possession. He allegedly hit his girlfriend and was carrying meth. None of the above charges are something that Disney kinda wants to be associated with. Despite these problems though, he appeared in Straight Outta Compton and he started a music label. At number 2 on this list, we have Lindsay Lohan. I mean, you knew she was gonna be on this list, come on. Lindsay stole everyone's heart in the Disney remake of the movie The Parent Trap. She went on to star in films like Freaky Friday and Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen, launching her into stardom. Now Lohan is known for going to rehab and spending a lot of time in jail. I feel like everyone kinda knows Lindsay Lohan as sort of being like this girl that had so much promise and and kind of just made some wrong choices. Lohan was one of the most popular child stars in the world, which unfortunately made her a magnet for paparazzi. She was always partying with stars like Britney Spears and Paris Hilton, which pushed her further away from the squeaky clean Disney image she was known for. Controversial photos of the actress continued to surface, and they included everything from saucy poses to doing drugs and drinking a lot. Lindsay lost her opportunity to star in films when she gained a terrible reputation for showing up late, or not even showing up at all, to sets of movies like Georgia Rule, where it was released that she missed a day and didn't tell anyone, costing the production $500,000. Lohan admitted to having a drug problem and was in and out of rehab and hospitals for years. It seems all those issues are in the past now though. She's trying to get her life back on the right path. She moved away from the crazy Hollywood lifestyle to London, but was more recently back in the tabloids when a strange Instagram video of her dancing strung out in Mykonos went viral. And the moment you have all been waiting for, at number 1 on this list, Britney Spears. While Britney is known for being a pop singer, she was actually a Disney star at one time. She was on the Mickey Mouse Club alongside Justin Timberlake, Ryan Gosling, and Christina Aguilera when she was only 8 years old. It wasn't until after her incredible teenage career that fame eventually got to her. Everyone remembers when Britney Spears had her major breakdown and shaved her head in 2007, but that wasn't all she went through. Before her freakout, she overdosed on amphetamines. She was taken to a hospital and placed under psychiatric hold. She then shaved her head days later and was in and out of treatment centers for a while. She also has a history of trouble with the police, including a hit and refusing to relinquish custody of her children. Oh, and let's not forget about that alleged adult tape that resulted in a $20 million lawsuit. Today, Britney Spears has started to get her life back together, although her family and manager have taken over a conservatorship, which means she's not in charge of her finances or work opportunities. She was a judge on X Factor and had a residency in Las Vegas. Britney Spears also recently broke her foot dancing in a video, and also revealed she burned down part of her house accidentally from a lit candle in her home gym studio. Well guys, there you have it. I gotta say, it has to be hard growing up in the spotlight the way the stars on this list did. I am like really proud of all of them for getting their lives back on track. Sometimes you have to rebel in order to realize what the right path for you is. And on that note, I'm gonna quickly finish up this video with some comment features. These are from my video, Top 10 Celebrities That Can't Stand Each Other. Volair said, Tom and Jerry also can't stand each other. I know, man, I wish they would just bury the hatchet already. Like, they fight like cats and mice. Dogs and cats. What's the saying? Mary Rose Pie said, who thought Nicki Minaj and Cardi B would be on this list? Part 2 anybody? Just saying, I thought there were a few that should have been on that list as well. I feel like we could do a part 2 for sure. That is it for me. Thanks for watching. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want more. I'll see you guys next time.